power and control. And nobody wants power and control more than a dirty, filthy cop. And that takes us to James Comey, the dirtiest cop of them all. Filthy, like a used condom. That's what he reminds me of. Oh, yeah, out of a dirty whore. So let's get to this.
During Hot Topics earlier today, we discussed the most recent federal indictment of former FBI Director James Comey related to an Instagram post of seashells, an Instagram post that he deleted the very next day and apologized for. Do you think Comey's post rises to the level of a criminal threat against the life of the president and supports an indictment?
I do. I'll explain why. After Comey's post, and this is where I go back to Saturday's events, the responsibility of certain individuals like us. We all have a very big voice. He is a former FBI director. He knows what 8647 meant. There's no question about it. He actually went on TV later.
What do you think 86 means?
To kill the president, to get rid of the president. That's what it means. By the way, his words, not mine. If you look at his late night show.
But the dictionary disagrees with you on that.
Well, he's the FBI director.
They use it in restaurants. Do they mean to kill any?
You don't think it
what
might
are they?
Let me tell you. Let me just tell you what happened after James Comey's post. A gentleman posted that about me. He posted on Twitter 86 Habba, and he was also charged. He was charged in Florida. And he was held accountable because you cannot do it. Now, this is an FBI director. We have responsibilities. You guys have responsibilities not to call the president certain things or say things that could incite violence. I most certainly think after Saturday, I have a completely new perspective on how important our voices are and how we use them.
Can I mention one thing, that Matt Gaetz also used that 86 many times and nothing happened to him?
Well, I think we look at everything. I'll be honest with you. Absolutely everything is in context. I don't think anybody is immune to it. I don't think we should be sitting here and nobody has condemned Jimmy Kimmel for his comments. Those were despicable.
Joy, let's talk about this really quickly. So she's providing, evidence or background context why she feels the DOJ moved forward with this indictment against Comey. And the only thing they can do is, but what about? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And folks, anybody who can sit here and say that man didn't know what 86 means, come on. I mean, we got to look at context here. This guy led the Russia hoax machine. He leaked memos. He spent years demonizing Trump. I mean, the guy has got TDS. He's like he's the chairman of the TDS board. All right. When a high profile ex-FBI boss drops something like this inflammatory, I mean, it's not just seashells.
No, but
guys.
To your point, KJ, the counter, number one, she started out, I don't think she gave a very strong argument for why this had to. She started off with linking this to the events at the White House correspondent dinner. Well, this happened back in May 2025. That's number one. Number two, Comey was not, he was indicted on some of those charges that you just mentioned, but he, I guess, quote unquote, beat the rap, so to speak, because it didn't go through. So he's not being charged for the Russia hoax and all that stuff. As guilty as I believe he is, he's not being charged for that here.
I'm providing context.
But you can't use that for this. That has nothing to do with this. No, that's the court of public opinion. That's not the legal indictment.
I'm responding to people who are saying he had no idea what 86 meant. He had no idea this was not he was not meaning to make this be some type of message. When you look at context surrounding this, of course he knew this was a message.
And I agree with what she connected it to was what happened to her.
Right.
86 Habba.
Right. She was trying to show she was comparing it.
Because what happens is, but not Saturday. It makes it look reactionary because this happened over a year ago, or just about a year ago is what I'm saying. So she started off with saying, I'll tell you why. The one about her happening to her is a little bit more. You can see, okay, I can see why she could say this, or what some of the whatever some of the context is, but. Him doing the seashells had nothing to do with Saturday's events at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Well, I don't hear her.
No, that's what she said.
Oh,
That's what she started
I
off by
didn't hear her
saying.
say that.
I didn't get that from. I thought she was trying to show context because they kept asking her additional questions on who about this, who about that, and she was trying to answer what they were saying outside of the proving what was going on with Comey, why he needed to be indicted. But let's keep going. Let's keep going here.
Pointed out earlier, and the president also posted death to Democrats. Do you think the president should be held responsible for that?
When you, I'll do respect. I haven't seen that post. I will tell you what I did see.
It does exist.
Okay. What I can tell you is this. And who was the attorney general and the DOJ at that point?
Probably Pam Bondi, no?
Yeah.
No. Here's how I feel about this. Here's directly how I feel about this. Nobody should be inciting violence. Period. That's my perspective.
Including the president.
But you have to remember something. The Department of Justice brings real cases. We are not Jack Smith. We are not Letitia James. We bring real cases against people.
No, I know. I actually had the pleasure of serving as a.
What were you going to? What did you say here, Nicole?
Listen, she hit the nail right on the head. This is about real people and real cases. This is not about, how you feel about a post. If someone's saying kill the president and then kill her, she's just somebody in the administration. That's real. That's real. And this post where they say that Donald Trump said death to Democrats. Now, listen, I see a lot of posts. I haven't seen that one. Maybe
I haven't seen it either.
I don't know where they got it from. And God knows we would have talked it to death, but I've not seen it.
I think she's referring to the one that he said punishable by death when he was talking about their seditious behavior during the time when they made the commercial. I think that's what she's referring to. But that's not, he didn't say death.
This is what these people embellish, lie, and misinform. This is what they do.
Well, in this instance, she's deflecting. This is what she's doing, deflecting from the point.
Absolutely. Here we go. Let's keep going.
Former federal prosecutor at the Department of Justice. But let me ask you this. I do believe that this is a vindictive prosecution against Comey, directed by the president. And so far, against Comey, directed. I had the pleasure of serving as a former federal prosecutor.
Former federal, what was it, Shelley?
Former federal fuck up.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
At the Department of Justice. But let me ask you this. I do believe that.
I gotta say, and the way she does it, oh my God, I just hate this woman. I know I'm not supposed to hate people, but she makes me sick. She's so smug, so condescending. I have the pleasure of being a former federal prosecutor with the Department of Justice. It's just like, nobody, you're a talk show host now on the crappy View. Nobody cares what you and your wig were. Oh my gosh.
This is a vindictive prosecution against Comey, directed by the president. And so far with little success, because he's done this many times. As Trump's personal attorney, you actually were sanctioned nearly $1 million for filing a frivolous civil lawsuit against Comey, against Hillary Clinton and others, that a federal judge called political grievances masquerading as legal claims. So why should anyone believe this pattern of targeting Trump's enemies is about justice and not revenge?
If you think that the Russian collusion hoax, if you think that the things that we've now seen evidence of in this Department of Justice aren't real, I just tell you to sit tight, because things are coming. Because what they did was weaponize. I don't want to hear about weaponization, because the reason you all know who I am is because of weaponization.
She's right.
Come through, Helena.
Yeah. I mean, talk about weaponization. I mean, we all saw this. Letitia James. What was the guy's name? I mean, the list goes on. Jack Smith. The girl in Florida, Fannie Willis.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, and they were all colluding together. I mean, this goes so deep.